Hello to my Libras. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Libras, let's get right into it. This reading is for July 1st, so happy 1st of the month. July 1st through July 8th. You may be watching this video on June 30th. So this cycle closes out on the 4th of July. And we start a new cycle in the moon in Cancer on the 5th of July. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right, let's get right into it. Let's see what's in your cards. Let us see what's in your cards, Libras. All right, let's do it. All right, so here we have Page of Swords. Here we have the Page of Pentacles. Here we also have the Queen of Pentacles. Here we also have the Queen of Swords. Here we have Everything is Fine and Ace of Swords. All right, Libras. Page of Swords. We have the Page of Pentacles. So if you've been having any anxiety about some things, it'll be going away very soon. Here we also have the Queen of Pentacles here. Here we have the Queen of Swords here. Here we also have Everything is Fine. And then also Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. All right, so somebody may have been having some overthinking about just like having conversations, about some maybe like immature people's immaturity, right? Not necessarily your immaturity, but like about other people's immaturity. Like you may be having a very mature conversation about other people's immaturity and how hurtful it can be to people around you, like the backstabbing kind of situation, and being sensitive to people who may be going through like trying to process death or trying to process job loss or process ending of things, relocating or whatever it is. Because that's what sword energy feels like. It feels like a loss of power. Even though, like, even if you're moving from one job to the next, that can be traumatic for some people. Like, as you're, you got your glow sticks going and you pop locking out of the office, going through the portal, there is a little bit of sadness there. Even if you say, okay, I couldn't wait to leave these people behind, there is some kind of, when after the excitement kind of wears off, there's something you may say, gosh, you know what, I am going to kind of miss, something about going back into the office, or just that routine, you know what I'm saying. So it's just saying everything is fine, but whoever you're having a conversation with, there's a breakthrough happening in that conversation with you all. So it's going to feel good as you're closing out the cycle, right? Because we started out this cycle 6-6. The number 6 in numerology has a curved back with a bulging belly, so there's some kind of a breakthrough, like like the water broke, right? And so I feel like somebody feels better. Remember, page energy is not just about money. It was a worthwhile conversation, meaning that it's a worthy conversation. Just about love language and about, just worthy conversation, right? So new money, new revelation is happening, right? And just about respect, adjusting crowns, and, being down. It was a very down to earth, relatable conversation that you had with somebody. That's like, it's kind of a, like I said, breakthrough conversation that you may have had with somebody. So have those conversations with people, and it should be about adjusting crowns with people, no talking down to people about people, even when you're talking about energies that you feel like are maybe a little immature. Doesn't really matter what their age is. It could be a lot of pain involved, and people may not know how to have hurt people hurting people. Some people may not know how to have those conversations. And so when you're talking to other people about them, it should be about adjusting crowns. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm seeing in your cards here. So just saying everything is fine. That's where a breakthrough, you and somebody having a conversation, that's where the breakthrough is coming in. Here we have the 4 of Pentacles here. Here we have the 7 of Cups. Here we have the Queen of Pentacles here again. Here we have the 3 of Pentacles. Here we have the 3 of Cups. Oh, the 10 of Cups, right? So it looks like it's you and a loved one. You and a loved one. Yeah, so y'all not having it's not a lengthy conversation. It's not a real long conversation about y'all are being very conservative with your time, and that conversation, like I said, it's about adjusting crowns. Very relatable, very down to earth conversation, very mature conversation. There's always some temptation in the mix, right? And just about kind of sort of how people move and how you moving out of people's way. Like once you start seeing some things When we see snake energy, we're not saying it in a negative sense. So we're crystal clear. We're talking about Kundalini experience. So both of you and somebody are having a conversation more or less about like when you see something that's just something you've outgrown, just kind of sort of moving on from that and just moving on, right? Just to kind of sort of keep the peace. Just if something, if it makes you feel unsafe or makes you feel like it throws you out of alignment, or it would leave you feeling like unprotected and uncovered in a situation, or then it's something, like I said, something you've outgrown, you move on from it. Here we have the Three of Cups, and you're grateful that you have moved on from it. So that's what you and somebody are talking about. And like I said, everything is lining up perfectly for you. Perfect melody. Music has played some kind of role in something. Yep. So 3 and 4 is 7. And so it looks like you and somebody are learning how to plant some new seeds. It could be you and a spouse, you and a love interest. It could be you and adult kids. It could be you and a best friend. It could be you and a parent. As you and somebody are learning how to have mature conversations, no matter what the age is. Y'all are having very mature conversations and just kind of having a breakthrough there. So this is a good deal. All right, let's see what else we got going on. See, if you keep a journal and a calendar as we're closing out a cycle, somebody's gonna start realizing like, okay, breakthrough after breakthrough after breakthrough after breakthrough. And those are the kind of conversations that people want to start having. Like I said, everything is lining up like a perfect melody. Everything is lining up like a perfect melody. Here we have the Five of Wands here. Here we have the King of Pentacles here. Here we also have the Four of Pentacles. Here we also have the Ten of Wands. Here we also have the Page of Wands, the Ace of Swords. So Five of Wands, this lets you know like it's old bait and switch. Like something comes up in your spirit, and what comes up in the spirit is like the flesh, like fear and doubt comes up. You know, almost like, okay, like things are flowing like things are flowing, right? But there's always the devil in the details. Every now and then things come up. I would say to that, here we also have the King of Pentacles here. When Five of Wands come up, when you have situations that come like David and Goliath situations, right? When it comes to, because then the King of Pentacles comes up. Here we have, and then our Four of Pentacles came out again here. Keep in mind that again, learning love language, knowing other people's love language, learning yours fluently, creating a boundary, because remember Saturn is currently retrograde, and also expecting them to learn your love language fluently, and then and enforcing your boundary. That's going to keep breakthrough after breakthrough after breakthrough. Breakthrough for you, breakthrough for them. Okay? 10 of Wands here. So that you all are not carrying each other's burden on each other's shoulders, if that makes sense. Here we also have the Page of Wands. So it doesn't come across as a immature. So there's nobody immature, like it's like somebody can like start something, like somebody can come in and start something in the relationship, meaning that somebody can like spark a flame for somebody's demons. What I mean by that, Libra, is like, let's say in a business or a personal or professional relationship, let's just say it's you and a sibling, right? And so y'all are just learning y'all love languages. It could be you and a sibling, you and a love interest. It could be you and a colleague, you and a somebody, you and a business partner, whatever. And so you're basically saying, basically you're teaching them that, let's say, for instance, your love language, one of them is words of affirmation. Like basically you kind of want to know as you're going along, am I doing this right? You want to just get some kind of sort of feedback. Is this how you want me to do things? Is that right? Or let's say it's gifts or whatever it is, whatever your love language is, right? And let's say theirs is gifts. So ahead of time it's gifts or acts of kindness. Let's say acts of kindness and gifts, right? Acts of kindness and gifts. And yours are words of affirmation. Whatever. As long as everybody's learning each other's, putting forth the effort to learn everybody's love language fluently. When these little things come up right here, when the enemy tries to come up and try to bait and switch and cause some kind of confusion, it doesn't feel like there's tension. Like, let's say you have a a parent that likes to start a bunch of drama. They like to keep some mess going. Or let's say, for instance, an ex comes back. Let's say you dating somebody and there's an ex that likes, and there's kids involved. And they try to create a bunch of chaos and confusion. Or another family member tries to create some stuff. Or let's say somebody has a hard day at work and they're spent, right? They stressed out. Whatever it is, it's not a bait and switch. It doesn't feel like a bait and switch because you got several tools here. You know what your love language is. You know what your moon sign is. You know how to nurture yourself. You know how to communicate, with people. You know how to balance things out, right? So, and you know how to, their love language is too. So, and communication is key. So that's what I'm seeing here. So, that's the goal here for you, and that's the goal here for somebody. It's just like, being in spaces where you feel like it's a sacred space. It's nurturing. The respect is there. People are helping no matter what the age range is, is just treating people with respect. That's what it really boils down to, is just really treating people with respect. And that's what I'm seeing here. And balancing it out, right? So like I said, you got King and Queen of Pentacles here. No matter how much money somebody has, because the goal is that the King and Queen, everybody got 24 hours in a day. What you doing with your 24 hours in a day? Everything is lining up perfectly. Those kind of things. So, but yeah, sometimes people think when they have more money, they are entitled to treat people a certain kind of way and whatever. They feel like because of their gender or their title or position, they get to talk down to people or treat people a certain kind of way. That's not going to fly. That's not going to cut it. So, or their position in people's lives, somebody's mom, somebody's dad, if everybody's an adult, it's about adjusting crowns, being respectful to everybody across the board. So that's what I'm seeing here. No immaturity. That's how everybody feels like a teenager again. That's how everybody feels like, okay, empowered. This is about empowerment, right? And so youthful energy. None of that wearing people down, stressing people out, bullying, immature, getting mad because somebody, whatever. Yeah, so anyway, what else we got? Looking at the cards. So that's what I'm seeing here in your cards. You can drop your comments below if you like. But yeah, that King of Pentacles came out here. Yeah, this is about, because sometimes people who feel like they got more money, they just talk, not everybody, but sometimes people feel like they can just talk down on people, talk, down to people or whatever. But I see you and somebody are down to earth, relatable. And you and somebody just wants that kind of, just that kind of, their respect, right? And so I'm seeing financial independence for you and somebody, financial independence, right? Here we have the Princess of Swords here. Yeah, and so, and we also have High Priestess. So yeah, I definitely feel like somebody's weighing their pros and cons, like paying attention to your energy and, getting away from the judgment of your intuition, because that's what High Priestess gifts are. I mean, just your intuition. So if your intuition is telling you that people are, judging you based on your intuition, and you weighing the pros and cons, and, you're listening to your intuition, and your intuition is telling you something, and you feel like you're being judged, guess what? You're going to close it out. You're going to close it out. You feel like, okay, people are judging you because they feel like they better than you are because you have more money. They have more money than you do, or or you don't have enough money, or you have whatever. You're like, okay, all right. Or they feel like you're not smart enough, or you don't have enough education, or you're not worthy of something, or whatever the case may be. Bye-bye. Yep, bye-bye. Yeah, so again, you're not falling for the bait and the switch and the immaturity. You're in spaces where, like I said, even as 10 of Cups, where your inner child feels safe to be in those spaces. So that's what I'm seeing for you all. Just a fairness. You're very creative, looking at the cards here. And like I said, Pentacles is not just about money. It's about health. It's about wealth. It's about material possessions. It's home life, all of that. So even if you feel like somebody's family feels like they are at a higher level or higher position, or they, a certain, they've been in somebody's life longer than you have, and they can treat you any old kind of way. Look, you financially independent. You're like, nah, listen, if I can help you to adjust your crown and you treat me like I'm some lower, like, peasant or whatever the case may be, that's not going to fly. I'm being respectful to you and you treat me some kind of way. I don't think so. I wouldn't treat you that kind of way. So balance, spirituality, and practicality. Yeah. So this is the I believe sign. All it takes is if you believe somebody's treating you some kind of way, because again, if you're in the King of Pentacles position and you're the one that has all the money, you would be fair-minded with people. You would be diplomatic with them. You're not harshly looking down and judging people. So you expect that that balance. So you would be, if you got more education, you're an incredibly smart sign, right? Looks like everything is lining up perfectly. Somebody's in a leadership position. More money is coming across your path. You're not looking down on somebody like, what kind of house you got? What kind of, you're not making enough money. You don't have any education. Why would you let somebody do that to you? So that's what Source is saying. You don't even need to be indecisive about that. What this cycle has taught all of us is, somebody was just very prideful. Somebody was very, very prideful, judging people, but somebody's plan to disrupt your money backfired. You versus you. Somebody had a demon of Lucifer. That's a demon of pride. So prepare for a pay increase. Somebody misses you. Trust your first mind. Yep. Trust your first mind. Yep. Don't even give yourself a headache over any of this. Yeah. Don't even give yourself a headache over this. It's time to do a solar plexus chakra cleanse though. Yep. So, don't return their call. It's nothing. It's really nothing to talk about. So, but somebody failed at stealing your identity. That's what it really was. That's what it really boiled down to. Yeah. So just prepare for a pay increase. Sometimes people do feel like, because they feel like they got more money than you do, or they may have more education, or they feel like they're at a higher, ranking in terms of family, in the family than you have. They feel like they can talk down to you or treat you some kind of way. But you know that you all are the fair-minded sign, so you know that you wouldn't do that to them. Source is saying, it's at this point, it's nothing to talk about. It's really nothing to talk about. The action was very immature. Somebody started a whole bunch of rumors about nothing, thinking that you were harshly judging them. So they attack your spiritual gifts. Like, you didn't close out the cycle and moved on. Yep, and now things are expanding. Here we have eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. You're not giving it any time. You're not giving it any more time. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. So you just close out the cycle in love. Madre Tierra is the world card. So you now learn how to create very firm boundaries, and you're enforcing those boundaries. These two cards right here are currently retrograde. The Judgment card, which is Pluto, and this is Saturn. These cards right here are both retrograde. And so now that you have some time to kind of sort of slow down and recognize which energies judged you, harshly judged you, in the energies that not only harshly judged you, but also overstepped boundaries, you're committed to enforcing those boundaries. So these are just energies, like I said before, so adjust your flower crown. Wear your power proudly and unapologetically, for it is your birthright and it is eternal like the soul. 12. 1 and 2 is 3. You were born to inspire. So Source is saying you've given it enough time. You've given it enough energy. It's affected your health enough. You've been talked about enough. You're been made to feel powerless enough time. People are trying to make you feel enough like you weren't enough time. Source is saying, the conversation was a bunch of immature gossip, got a bunch of fire started. Somebody was going through a David and Goliath situation. You didn't feel like it wasn't a sacred space for you and somebody. And so, like I said before, there's no reason to return phone calls. No reason to return phone calls from the very energies that basically try to ruin you. Basically you just weren't enough for somebody, whoever it was. So move on. When people are trying to attack your high priestess gifts, but basically they're trying to attack your mental health. They're basically saying if you can't physically see it, it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Which makes no sense. That's basically trying to take away the vision that source gave you from the end. Even though there's too many texts that say, write the vision, make it plain. What vision are they talking about if you reading the text saying, write the vision, make it plain, right? And so you write the vision. Who gave you the vision? So it's just like I said, a bunch of gaslighting going on. It's scriptural. That's scriptural, and so somebody's trying to take away the divine feminine aspect of something. You can't have the divine masculine without the divine feminine. It's divinity right there in between. So you can't have high priest without high priestess energy. Like, come on now. So source is saying, so you were being judged by your spiritual gifts when this came before the physical. This came before the physical body. We're divine beings of light who are having human experiences. So 33, I am expanding. So any positive changes or projects that you're considering right now will be worth your while. Expect that your power to manifest and create will be heightened. That's right. Your gifts have been increased. They've been increased. You don't even need to give it no more time. Time is money. You're not giving it any more time. And on top of that, you're telling other people, you're helping somebody else that you are, like I said, it's like an accountability partner that you're going through this with. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all not giving it any more time. You and somebody, it's like, it would be, you're teaching people how to believe in their spiritual gifts. Yeah. So whoever was looking down on you, turning their nose up at you and, who do they think they are? They don't know anything. They don't, we've been doing this longer than they have. That's what they basically somebody saying, we've invested more time in this. They don't know what they're talking about. They just going on some kind of a feeling about something. You mean the voice of source, the creator from the inside? Yes. Age doesn't equate to wisdom. You're going directly to that would be like a person that's saying because they're older than you are, they're more tapped in than you are. Come on now. Source is saying, yeah, you're going directly to source. So, yeah. So that's what I have for you all. Thank you so much for joining me. Here are the questions for the moon in Taurus. Remember, when the moon is in Taurus, Taurus focuses on the physical plane. We're talking about the moon in Taurus, by the way. It focuses on the physical plane, the matter, the ability to feel sensations and pleasure through our bodies and see beauty and exquisite objects and environments around us. So the first question is, how often do you feel true pleasure? The second question is, do you feel guilty about pursuing pleasure? The third question is, where are the energy blockages and places of tension located in the body? Fourth question is, can you discern how your body says yes to some things and no to others? And then last but not least is, what does your body need? What does your body need? That's what I have for you all. Like I said, you want to trust your first mind. That's the voice of source inside of you. That's the only creator that you listening to. Okay? Right? So yeah, somebody was dealing with somebody's demon was Lucifer. That's pride, right? And so someone was trying to give you some kind of identity when they are not your creator. Your parents are co-creators, right? But source is the creator, right? So as I said, this is where you're building your confidence. You're doing a solar plexus chakra cleanse. And like I said, somebody's plan to disrupt your money actually backfire. You have the gift of claircognizance. You have psychic knowledge about other people. Like, you feel things deeply. So start weighing the pros and cons, the seen, unseen, known, unknown. And asking source for clarity with the physical part of it. And source will show you signs and wonders. Even in the Bible, it talks about a talking donkey and a burning bush. All of these signs and wonders around us. Source will help you align with people and help you to find your group of people that will help teach you and get you away from prideful spirits. That is what I have for you all. And I will see you all in the next reading. Thank you for joining me. Bye.